Have you ever just wanted to pull your hair out after dealing with your bank? You know what I mean. Unexplained fees, a completely locked account, or getting stuck in a customer service loop that literally goes nowhere. Well, today we are going to walk through the ultimate step-by-step guide to fighting back and actually getting results using the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or the CFPB.
Look, if you're tired of fighting your bank, you are definitely not alone here. We have all experienced the sheer frustration of modern banking. You know, those random fees popping up out of thin air, incorrect charges that take hours of your life to dispute, and those awful automated runarounds where you can never seem to reach an actual human being. It doesn't just drain your time, it completely drains your peace of mind.
And to put that into perspective, the scale of this issue is absolutely staggering. Get this. The CFPB recently received nearly 3.2 million complaints from consumers just like you in a single year. 3.2 million. So this isn't just some minor glitch in the system. It's a massive, everyday struggle for millions of people. But the really good news? There is a clear, government-backed system designed specifically to hold these financial institutions accountable.
So here is our roadmap for this explainer. We're going to cover 1. Why you need the CFPB. 2. Preparing your bank complaint. 3. The online filing process. 4. What happens after you file. And 5. Some pro tips for getting a resolution.
Okay, let's jump right into part 1, why you need the CFPB.
The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau was basically created to make sure financial markets are fair, transparent, and competitive. Think of them as your personal federal watchdog, ready to step in when your bank refuses to play fair. Under Section 1034C of the Consumer Financial Protection Act, you actually have a legal right to timely answers and information from large banks. The law explicitly states they must comply with your request for information about your account in a timely manner. So if they ignore you, they aren't just giving you bad customer service. They are potentially violating federal law.
And this is absolutely crucial because of how much banking has fundamentally changed. Remember traditional relationship banking? You could just walk into a branch, talk to someone who actually knew your account, and get personalized help. Today, the reality is modern, standardized phone trees and incredibly frustrating chatbots. You're forced to navigate these endless automated systems just to ask a simple question. The CFPB bridges that gap. It essentially forces the bank to assign real, actual people to your specific problem.
All right, moving on to part 2, preparing your bank complaint.
Now, preparation is your absolute best weapon here. Before you even think about opening the portal, you need to gather your evidence. A well-prepared, fully documented complaint just gets resolved much faster. You're going to want to collect the exact dates of the incidents and the specific transaction amounts. Compile any records of prior bank communications, emails, letters, or even just the notes you took during phone calls. Have your account numbers ready to go. And here's a pro tip, you can upload up to 50 pages of supporting documents to the CFPB portal. Having those PDFs of your statements and correspondence organized on your computer beforehand is going to make the actual filing process incredibly seamless.
Okay, part 3, the online filing process.
The online portal is the actual battlefield here, and man, is it effective. In fact, 98% of all submitted CFPB complaints use this exact method because it's simply the fastest way to get your issue in front of your bank. The CFPB has broken this down into a highly structured, beginner-friendly 5-step workflow. First, you categorize the product. Second, you define the problem. Third, you write your narrative. Fourth, you identify the company. And finally, you review and submit. Let's break those down.
For step 1, you're selecting the exact consumer financial product or service you're having trouble with. You'll choose from categories like checking or savings accounts, credit cards, or whatever fits your situation. Pinpointing the exact product ensures your complaint gets routed to the right regulatory experts right out of the gate.
Next up is step 2, where you identify the specific issue. The portal provides a really handy list of common topics. You might select unexpected fees, problems with customer service, or confusing advertising. At this stage, you also let them know if you have already tried to fix the problem directly with the company. It's always best to try resolving it with the bank first because it really strengthens your formal complaint when you can show, hey, they totally failed to help me.
Step 3 is where you truly build your case. You'll be given a free form text box. Now, the key here is to write a clear, chronological description of the event. Keep it strictly to the facts. Don't use this space just to vent your anger. List exactly what happened, when it happened, and how much money is involved. And this is the most important part. Explicitly state what constitutes a fair resolution. Tell them exactly what you want the bank to do to fix it. Moving right along to step 4, inputting the exact name of the financial institution. As you start typing a name, a drop-down menu appears with various specific divisions, like credit card, home loan, or merchant services.
It is absolutely vital to select the correct offending company from this database. You'll also provide associated account markers, like your billing address and account numbers, so the bank can immediately identify your file when they receive it.
Which brings us to part 4. What happens after filing?
Once you click Submit, we really need to set realistic expectations for exactly how the CFPB holds your bank's feet to the fire. They operate on very strict timeline expectations. On day 0, your complaint is routed to the company, usually in less than a single day. By day 15, the bank is fully expected to provide an initial written response to both the CFPB and to you. Now, if the issue is complex, they can indicate it's in progress, but they are legally required to provide a final resolution and closure by day 60. The bank cannot simply throw your complaint in the trash. They are on a literal ticking clock.
When the bank does finally respond, they must categorize their resolution. They might close it with monetary relief, which means you actually get your money back. They might close it with non-monetary relief, like fixing a reporting error on your account. Or they might close it with an explanation, detailing why they believe they acted correctly based on the terms of your contract. But the crucial takeaway here is this: they are forced to review the facts, actually act on them, and put their response in writing.
And finally, part 5, tips for a resolution.
I want to give you some actionable insights and a final boost of confidence to ensure your time and effort actually lead to a successful outcome. If you're sitting there right now wondering if this whole thing is actually worth your time, just look at this striking statistic. 97% of complaints routed to companies receive a response. 97%. That proves that this system absolutely cannot be ignored by banks. When the federal government knocks on their digital door, they answer for sure.
And you know what? Your power doesn't just end when the bank replies. Consumers actively review and dispute company responses. After the bank submits its resolution, you actually have a 60-day window to log back into the portal, review their claims, and provide direct feedback. If the bank didn't fix the problem, you can tell the CFPB exactly why you dispute the bank's so-called resolution. This data is incredibly important because the CFPB uses it to monitor these companies for systemic bad behavior.
So, to summarize, while dealing with a giant financial institution can feel incredibly daunting and isolating, the CFPB complaint portal is a seriously powerful tool to hold your bank accountable. Effectively filing a well-documented complaint cuts right through the automated phone trees, bypasses those useless chatbots, and empowers you to force a real, documented resolution.
Now, just a quick heads up before we wrap up this explainer, the information we've covered today is for informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. Please be sure to consult a financial advisor or a legal professional for personalized advice regarding your specific circumstances and any financial disputes.
So the question I leave you with today is this: are you ready to take action and get the answers you actually deserve from your bank? Don't let unexplained fees or terrible customer service drain your peace of mind for one more day. Stop waiting on hold, organize your documents, and start fighting back today.